Peace, and blessings, family. This is your brother Yaya with another live episode of Buried in a Shallow Grave. And we're going to take off today real steady. And we're going to be consistent with our message. And we're not going to waste a lot of your time. All right, now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Brother Yaya. This is Buried in a Shallow Grave. But also inside of my digital powerhouse 239, which is a representation of different platforms all under one channel, I have the resurrection class. Right now you're tuning in to that resurrection class. And I just want to go ahead and deal with some things, okay? Because some of us, we done walked into places and it could have been schools, jobs, jails, homes, and even churches, family. We walk into these places and didn't know, they were slapping labels on us as soon as we showed up. We didn't know that. We didn't recognize it. I'm talking about the little shop of labels. And if you're looking in that comment section, you can see where I've already titled this, The Little Shop of Labels. What is the Little Shop of Labels, Brother Yaya? It's a place you did not know you walked into. But you've been sitting in that chair your whole life, family. So let me walk you through it. And if you would, family, take notes. This is the resurrection class. And as you have been tuning in with us, you know that what we're doing is not just some blibber blabber. I'm giving steps, I'm giving tactics, I'm giving strategies, and I'm teaching new systems. And I want you to bring your thought to the table, because I'm just laying out the blueprint for how to build a system. You're going to build your own system. Okay? You walking through your own community, right? You walking through your own community. Ain't bothering nobody. It's nighttime. Street lights flickering. Street lights flickering on and off. And you see this little raggedy shop on the side of the road, on the corner there. Little dusty red neon sign in the window. And it say, Little Shop of Labels. But it's got a tagline under it, and it says, Cuts, Fades, and Mislabels. You think about it. Oh, that's funny. That must be a barbershop. Off the muscle, you thought that. But nah, it ain't no barbershop. And it ain't no barbers in there. Ain't nobody getting no fresh fade up in that shop. They are not cutting hair. They're cutting people. They are cutting identity. And you walk in and the whole room just feel off, right? You ever been there? You get that weird smell like books that been wet before is in there wet. A little hint of courthouse rumors and locker room rumors. You get that feeling. Old seats, a cracked mirror, broken speakers, humming, some static in it. And then you look up and the ceiling, where it's hanging down from the ceiling like vines, but they got teeth and they swinging like they ready to reach down, family, and grab you if you move, or if you move the wrong way. The signs say things like felon, thug, welfare queen, baby mama, deadbeat daddy, dropout, uneducated. It's got all these different things in it. It say at risk. It says you too loud, too dumb, too emotional, angry black woman. And they just floating everywhere, all around. Everywhere you look, you see them. Then walks in this young boy, this young black boy, and you can tell he still got some light in his face. His shirt clean. He got dreams. And his dreams is still on him still, you know. He just trying to get cleaned up. Thinking this is a barbershop. But that chair family, don't even wait. It strapped him down. He tried to sit, and it locks him in. No asking, no warning. As soon as he sit down, bam. Then bam. One of them words slap him right in the chest. Troublemaker. Boom. Bam. Fatherless. Boom. Bam. Gangbanger. Boom. Bam. Emotional. Boom. Bam. Special ed. Boom. And he ain't even speak yet. He ain't even opened his mouth yet. But that's how they do us. Ain't it? Or did they go over your head? They tell you what you're not. They give you a diagnosis, a label, a stereotype, a prison cell in word form. And if you don't fight back, you start wearing that very thing. You start owning it. You start saying stuff like, well, I'm not a school person. I've always had anger issues. I guess I ain't never gonna be nothing. It run in the family. You know how we talk. Now, we do that to compensate for what we feel is true that's being said in a roundabout way to us. But that don't run in your family. That run in the system that you're a part of. Now let me tell you what happened next in this little story that I conjured up for you. Just when the boy was almost buried under all those labels, just when he was almost underneath all of the labels, the room gets quiet. Then boom, the lights go off. Somebody walk in. It ain't loud. It ain't dramatic. It's just silent. Man got on a suit, black trench coat, bow tie. But it ain't the outfit that's scary. It's the look in his eyes. The look that he's holding like he done been through this same chair before. Like he been labeled, beaten, discarded, and came back with something vengeance couldn't replace in his heart, in his spirit. And he don't say a word. He reaches into his coat pocket. And when he reaches down into his coat pocket, and then he pulls out this can. A black spray can. No logo. Just one word on the side. And the word on the side of it is truth. He walks straight up to the boy and starts spraying the boy in his face. Fella, gone. Dumb, gone. Too loud, gone. Every label starts fizzing, shrinking, and cracking off of his chest. Everything that was holding him back, everything was holding him down. As this man is spraying him with this can of truth, every label started to like melt off of him. The chair unlatches, and that boy, he breathes for the first time like he ain't never breathed before. Through the fog, a door opens, and in the back of the shop, it glows. It's glowing back there. You look up and you see the resurrection class. Now let me ask you a real question. What was the first label they gave you? Was it in kindergarten? Was it the first time you raised your hand and they said you talk too much at school? Was it when they called you difficult or lazy or angry or ghetto? Was it when they looked at your address and changed the way they looked at you? Think with me. Was it when your teacher pulled your mama aside and whispered something sideways about you in your mother's ear? Was it when the doctor looked at your kid and gave them a lifelong label like ADHD based on 1 hour of your presence in the face of this doctor? See, the same thing that I told you in that story, you should be able to see the thing about labels in this story. Labels do not come with healing. They come with boxes, compartmentalized boxes. You can't see them, but they're real. And it starts sticking to your future, to your present, to the people that you are trying to connect with, the people that are trying to connect with you. Words can become prisons, family. Words become curses. Words become ceilings over your life. And if you're not careful, then you'll pass that label down to your children, and they'll continue to pass it down to their children. Whether you even know it or not, you do it. And some of us have kids right now wearing the same labels that people gave you when you were a kid. Would you agree with that? That some people gave your children the same labels that you had when you were a kid. Hard to handle, hard to deal with, slow, too grown, bad attitude, don't listen, hypertension, can't be taught, won't listen. But that ain't our truth. That is not our truth. Period. That's just the words that they mixed up. They picked, they use. We pick new words. We don't sit in a shop and wait to be branded. That's what that story was about. We break the chair, we swing back, and we say, hey, I'm not at risk. I'm at work. I'm not a product of my environment. I am now a builder of new systems. I am not a felon. I am a father. I am not a fruitcake. I am a founder. I am the future. I am not loud. I'm clear. I'm not damaged. I'm designed to fight like this. So when you start telling yourself these wonderful and truthful things about yourself, no matter what society says about you or your children, you begin to create a new system of thinking for yourself. Drop the last label they tried to give you in the comments. Was it that you was too slow, that you don't understand, you don't comprehend? Was it that you take things too personal, you're aggressive, you're loud, obnoxious? What was the label? The last label that you can remember that someone tried to put on you. And then write it under in the comment section. Drop that word that you picked for yourself, because this ain't no shop no more, family. This is class you in today. This is healing that I'm trying to offer to you through a very powerful teaching that is not my own. But I want to break the science of it down. This right here is the resurrection class. So if you're not willing to face some of the things that you that are dead in your life, in your heart, and in your mind, maybe this isn't for you. But don't let nobody else name you. That's what Brother Yaya is trying to tell you. Not when you were born to redefine everything around you. You don't let nobody define you. You were born to create and to have power and dominion. And you can't do that by standing by waiting on somebody else to tell you who you are. If they don't understand who you are, don't worry about that. They can stay in that little shop. But you can't. You headed to that glowing door. That's where you headed. And what's behind that door, it ain't just knowledge and it ain't just wisdom. It's strategy. It's tools. And it's freedom. That's where we're headed in the resurrection class. That's where we're going. And I want you to be a part of it. Now, everything that I told you in that story, I wanted this to be a two-part harmony style message. Because not only did we talk about some relevant things, I also gave you my prompt. For those of you who follow me and as a content creator, I want you to go to my post and I want you to look at this picture that I have, as I think it's my last post. Not a video, it's just a post. And I gave you my prompt. And I did that to show you the power of creation. On a small level, we're just talking about how to create new ideas, new systems, new ways of thinking. And I open up to you with a story, but I want you to go on my post and look at how I made a visual as well out of that story. I have a class also called King AI Mastery Class. King AI Mastery Class. And for those of you who are interested in operating AI, CapCut, any of these little content creation sites, you can inbox me. I will put my subscription link in the comment section, and it will lead you to my business email, in which I will reach out and get back to you. I've been doing a lot of building here lately and a lot of tearing down. And so things have been moving in a different direction. I'm about to move in my new home in a couple of days. So I've been packing and just getting everything right, getting everything ready. But I do want you all to stay in tune with the resurrection class, with the mask, and with Buried in a Shallow Grave, because what we're going to be doing is changing lives. And we first got to change the way we think before we can change anything that's going on around us. So this is your brother Yaya with another episode of Buried in a Shallow Grave. I just want to thank you once again before I sign off. and peace.